Welcome to the Smart Science Measuring video about the photoelectric effect. This is very interesting because when the photoelectric effect was discovered, it started to show us a little more about the quantum nature of light. So things like photons and light being made up of discrete particles, whereas light is also a wave. Very interesting. I think what's best about this lab is that you're actually going to get to shine some light onto a plate and see whether or not that energization of that plate then emits photons. How much light wavelength or intensity and things like that will it cause the emission of these photons? In this lab, we're actually only going to focus on the wavelength of the light and seeing how the photoelectrons are emitted from this device. Now you can see here a small picture of the setup. We've got some meters, we've got the little photo detector there, and we've got LED lights that we're going to shine on it. We'll probably make that picture a bit bigger and easier to see. And then just understanding the measuring, you're going to be clicking on the point on the meter right below the mirrored arc to measure its value. So notice there's some information about that. Well, the first thing you're going to do is pick or write a hypothesis that you'd like to test. In advanced classes, you're going to be writing a hypothesis. Here, I'm just picking one, so I'm just going to pick one here. Let's go ahead and pick from 5 different wavelengths of light and see how they act. I'll just go ahead and grab one. By the way, there you can see that nice teal blue color. There's sort of a darker blue. There's a green. You can see different wavelengths of light. There's a yellow, and finally should be a red or orangey red color. Do correlate to different colors of light, right? That's interesting. Let's press play. We're going to see that light, and then we should see that meter reacting to the light being shined on it. So again, click on the point where the meter hits the mirrored arc. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. And just follow along and see what happens. So in other words, as we increase the voltage, what happens to the photocurrent value? Okay? And that, in essence, is how the photoelectric effect works. So when you've finished your measuring for each graph, save them. Then you can compare them. You notice you've got a color that corresponds to the light you were doing. There's a blue one. And go through all 5 of your different wavelengths to learn more about how the photoelectric effect works in this Smart Science Lab.